Welcome to the Rutledge Perspective. I'm your host, Laurel Rutledge, and this show is where we talk about things that are top of mind as you navigate your career, whether corporate or otherwise. The plan is to get you out of your rut or talk you off the ledge with insights and perspectives on the daily grind. Welcome to the Village. Hello, Village. Welcome to Season 2 of the Rutledge Perspective podcast. I'm still pinching myself that I get to share this time with you. Thank you all so much for your support. Please subscribe to the podcast on the platform of your choice and keep listening and commenting so I can keep sharing. And please pass it along to your friends and colleagues. I appreciate it more than I could ever say. So here we go. This first episode of the new season of the Rutledge Perspective podcast came to me as I was doing my daily meditation on my life and on my business. It took me by surprise in the way it manifested, but I think it'll resonate with you, especially those of you who grew up as Disney kids. How many of you remember the animated Pinocchio movie? Not the new stuff, but the old 2D animation that would come to movie theaters, but also be played on Sunday night, like the Wonderful World of Disney program. In that movie, as Pinocchio moves through his adventures, he loses the strings and sings the song, "I've Got No Strings on Me." Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, do a quick Google search for the song and the lyrics, and you'll find it. Now, in the midst of my contemplation, the first part of this song came to me as clear as day. And I am not a singer, but here's what it says. I've got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. There are no strings on me. So, you know when you have those moments that strike you, like the inspiration is so spot on and so poignant in its simplicity that you can't help but take notice? Well, this was how my 2019 started. There are no strings on me. Often we get caught up in the excitement of New Year's resolutions or the contemplation of what was horrible about the year behind us and what we need to fix going forward. And it runs the gamut for all of us, relief at the close of a difficult period or utter pleasure at amazing accomplishments, or even excitement for new possibilities. Maybe it's fear of the unknown. You name it, we feel it. And as I started thinking about my goals and desires for the next year, and this song came to mind, I realized that the actual writing of goals and setting of strategy is the easy part. We know what we want usually, and we can put anything down on paper or on a vision board and think we've done the hard work. After all, a goal without a plan is just a wish. But that isn't the hard work. The hard work is all mental and emotional. It's releasing the restraints, enabling us to act on our passion and our purpose. It's saying, not today, Satan, to those thoughts that start to walk side by side with your commitment and focus. Those thoughts that tell you it's hard or it's too complicated or you're not truly capable of achieving the goals you've set. Those strings of discouragement, complacency, and fear that lock arms with your excitement as if they're supportive. Those strings that, instead of keeping pace, begin to pull back or slow down. Our insecurities and doubts become the puppet masters, pulling our strings as they see fit, moving our feet and hands in less than purposeful motion, closing our eyes to both the realities and the possibilities, and opening our mouths to speak words that create barriers instead of building bridges. Well, Village, I declare that for 2019, there are no strings on me, and there are no strings on you either. We are in control of our thoughts and actions. We are in control of being self-aware and honest with ourselves when there is misalignment and doing something about it. Cutting those strings takes courage, and we must have that courage to cut the strings that bind us to release the power within us. Whether you believe it at this moment or not, you have a choice. Cut the strings that are tying you down, that are making you fret and making you frown. It's a new day. It's a new year. You got this. And that's the Rutledge Perspective for this first week of 2019. I really want to hear from you. What strings are holding you back? Who's pulling those strings? Is it a boss, a colleague, a team member, a significant other? What are you giving up by allowing someone else to be your puppet master? What are you going to do to cut the strings? Tell me in the comments below. Now, if you want to discuss your individual ties that bind in more detail, please book an introductory call with me on my website, laurelrutledge.com. I'm really looking forward to talking to you. You have been listening to The Rutledge Perspective. Thank you for tuning in. If we've given you a new perspective or helped you clarify your own, please like us on iTunes. You can find more information about this and other episodes of the show on laurelrutledge.com. And you can subscribe to the show where you get your favorite podcasts. You can also follow me on social media. Oh, and if there is someone you think would enjoy or benefit from the Rutledge Perspective, please pass it along.